What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the song will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my hands with roses. Tuck your
that ever work. They knew it was right. The smoky eye. Smoky eye.
It's $35.
For this?
Come on, Romeo, get out of there.
What are those?
Like rotten peaches that I left in there. Ugh. Yeah. Did this smell bad?
That's it.
Doing it?